And continuing on with the Lelouch-esque reviews, we have the Damashii Gawain, the first flight-enabled nightmare frame from the first season of Code Geass Lelouch of the Rebellion. Yes, I know I should have a Shinkiro for this since I previously reviewed the R2 Lelouch. I don't give a crap. This thing, oh my god, when they announced the reissue of this thing, I was happy as can be. And excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that. I was as happy as can be when they announced the reissues of the Gawain. Oh, you do not know how happy I was. I've always wanted to get a Gawain, but because of his size and his popularity, he was really, really expensive to get a lot of times. Bringing him in for the detail shots, he just looks gorgeous. The head sculpt right there, based off of Anubis, that just looks amazing. Well, it's either based off, I say it's based off Anubis, but it could also be just based off an Egyptian jackal, whatever. It looks freaking awesome. Moving up, that gloss black finish just makes it pop. And then there's this, which I will get to in a moment. It just looks great. Now, getting to that feature that I was talking about real quick before I get into articulation, the Gawain actually does have land spinners, believe it or not. To initiate them, this is going to be awkward. I know how to do it, I just haven't done it yet. You got to dig your fingernail in there, pop that out, lower this down, kind of turn the foot down so you get the wheel, and there we go. Just swing all this forward and lower that down, and there. You have his land spinners deployed. Never used them once in the show, so nice bonus, I don't care. Not to mention, closing it all back up is a pain in the butt. There you go. Getting down to his articulation now, and that's where things get a little awkward. Neck is on a kinda swiveling joint, can rotate, go up and down a little bit. Not really meant to do much with the head. Arms are on a universal ball joint right there. Move all around. It's a little loose in the feel, but it's nice and tight and sturdy. He is, once again, a very sturdy figure, and I will get to why in just a moment. Arms. Elbow bends about that much. Rotate. And listen. Ratchet joints. Yeah! Gotta love them ratchet joints. Hands are on a awkward kind of position, and on a ball joint, and I'll wait till accessories. Waist can rotate just a little bit side to side. No up and down. No ab crunch to be exact. These, which some people believe to be slash Harkins, not. They're just side skirts. Legs can go in and out about that far. Forwards and back, he pretty much axe kick. And again, ratchet joints. God, I love ratchet joints. He doesn't even really need them, but great to have them. And then as you saw, his foot can move, his toe can move kind of awkwardly. And his heel can move. Primarily for the land spinner gimmick, but whatever. So that's it for his articulations. Now to get into his accessories and weaponry, and that's where things get a little sparse again. To start off with, you have his float pack, which looks badass. There's the cockpit, and to go with that, you get a little Lelouch. A featureless Lelouch, mind you. Granted, I'm used to these things because of Gundam model kits, but it's still very weird to see. But the details are amazing. And you just plunk them down in there. You think you're doing it wrong, but that's about how it is. You close the hatch, and then you lower this part right here, and then just plug it into his back right here. And there you go. Now, to get him up in the air, he comes with a Damashii stage for Robot Damashis. And this is where things, once again, you might want to put a little crazy glue on here. I'm going to do that after this review, because this joint, oh my god, this joint sucks. You get him in there right here. You're supposed to plug it into that socket that you probably can't even see really on the back. There's a socket right there up above his tramp stamp. There you go. You plug it in there. And he's extremely loose on it. And there you have it. Let me raise the camera up a bit. Alright. Now, for his only weaponry, you have the Hadron cannons. So, let's get him into position for firing the Hadrons. You gotta get your nail in there. And you just open it. Just like that. Very simple. Very simple and very, very awesome. And that's it. That's pretty much all the useful accessories. You do get one other thing, though, and that's this Sakuradite replacement pack, which is used just for display options if you decide you want to do a scene from the show where Lelouch is trying to once again lure Suzaku to your side. Speaking of Suzaku, great segue. Height comparisons, because, like I said, this guy is one of the biggest Robot Damashis to date. I think the Robot Damashii Gundam is the only other Robot Damashii is the only Robot Damashii that tops him in size. I think not in height. I think they're the same height, but he tops him in bulk. But here he is. Let me get him off the stage right here. That'll do. Standing him upright and having to hold him. Here he is next to Lancelot, which you can't see. So that's his height next to the Robot Damashii Lancelot, which I have reviewed. I will put a link in the description below. And for those who don't collect Robot Damashis, here he is next to, get him straightened out, the 1-144 high grade Jesta. And for those who collect the bigger scales, here he is next to the 1-144 high grade, the 1-100 master grade RX-78, and he is taller. He is taller than a master grade, when most Robot Damashis are as big as high grades. Again, that's saying a lot about this guy. So overall, do I recommend you get him? Yes. This guy, he's not all that expensive. He looks amazing. And while he doesn't come with a lot of accessories, he's not meant to really be an accessory pack. He's meant to just stand there and look pretty in this one pose. So, yeah, if you're thinking about getting the Gawain, definitely get him. He's worth it. especially if you get the Damashii, the SH Figure Arts Lelouch Lamperouge. These two are a perfect package. If you don't have the SH Figure Arts, but you have the Figma Lelouch that came out a long time ago, get the Gawain to go with him. He's worth it. He is worth it, especially if you have some of the in-action offshoots of the Code Geass figures, because that's who he was really meant to go with. But because they released Gawain, because they released Lancelot, and the yet-to-be-reviewed Colin Koski, the yet-to-be-reviewed Gurren Mark II, yes, I will get to reviewing that soon, do not worry. If you have those two, get him. If you have their in-action offshoots, get him. Just get the Gawain. It is an amazing Robot Damashii. That's all I can say. So, this is GundamlegacyExtreme signing out, and I will see you all next time, people. Peace.